And welcome on in to wagerweekly.com. Paul Nolan, Damon Roberts with you. Week 2 in the NFL is here, breaking down your entire Sunday card as we try to do each and every week. So make sure you visit us here at wagerweekly.com each and every day, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for all your football breakdowns and all your sports available absolutely free. All you got to do is sign up, become a member. It's worth it. All the content is free right here at wagerweekly.com. All right, we're up to in your rotation schedule 265, 266, Green Bay on the road to Atlanta. Atlanta opened 1.5 here, has now moved to 2.5. Some places open this game, pick 'em in 42. Circa opened it at Pick'em, now has moved to 2.5. Your totals come down from 42 to about 40, Paul Nolan, the Jordan Love era. Off to a flying start, but this is going to be a little different setting on the road, a noisy dome for Mr. Love and the Packers on the road. What do you see here?
Well, he's going to need his defense to keep him in this one. And let's be honest, I mean, Atlanta last week, I had them. I didn't feel like I got lucky to win it, but I did feel like I got some breaks. I got some momentum-changing plays that, kept us in that game and got us the flow we needed to get it going. But, at the end of the day, Carolina's not a terrible team, but this is a massive upgrade. We were talking about the narrative last year was that the Green Bay's defense last year for Rodgers was going to be the best defense he's ever played with, and it just wasn't that. But now you look at this team after last week, and you look how healthy they are coming into it. Rashawn Gary had 12 snaps last week. He had 6 pressures and a win rate of 50% in his 12 snaps in coming back. He's going to get a lot more snaps. Now, I like Atlanta's offensive line. It did not play great last week, but it played good enough. They do have pretty good weapons. I like Drake London. Obviously, everyone likes Kyle Pitts. And Bijan Robinson looks like a superstar waiting to happen. I like this under when it was 42 and a half. I was really hoping that the public would have been in the over train still, and I might have got some more value if it got to 42 and a half was good. But it's kind of low now. I would lean under here. I would lean Atlanta because a lot of sharp guys I know, guys I respect, really like Atlanta in this one. I'm thinking about going back to the well with them. I haven't put it in my circuit yet, but it's on the fence. I always find week 2 to be one of the most difficult weeks of the year. Once week 2 comes, when you start getting a little bit of cross-reference to who played who and how well, and the injuries. I don't know if it's just me or because I'm just so overly invested in the injury reports, but it feels to me like the devastating injuries in week 1 are worse than I've ever seen them to this point in any season. But I might say that every year. My old age might be kicking in, but I just feel like the injuries here are making this slate a little bit tough. But again, I would love your opinion. You feel like there's more injuries, especially impactful injuries so far this year?
I mean, I feel like we talk about it every year. I'm not sure that I feel like it's more devastating than any other year. I feel like injury reports, we're either saying we're not getting, they're trying to keep them secret, we're not getting them on time, or yeah. How devastating they seemingly always are. I haven't felt that this year, obviously, other than Rodgers, obviously a huge one, but I haven't felt that they're any different than I actually felt like we saw more injuries almost in preseason than we did than before. I did think about it then more than I thought about it after week 1.
Yeah. I'm thinking, like, you just brought up a point. I love for people in the comments or the chats to, try to, see how deeply, I'm sure everyone agrees. But, I think the NFL in this day and age where sports wagering is essentially legal everywhere, with the exception of a handful of states at this point, that the league owes it to the people investing their hard-earned money to know more transparent injury reports. I just feel like that's the state we're at. Like things like Kelsey, how deep is that bone bruise? How bad is the swelling? How much fluid? I heard they took 45 cc's of fluid out of his knee after the injury, and I only heard that the week after. I thought he might come out and play in week 1, even though we still had Detroit on that opening night game. I just like to be more transparent. So if you're in the comments, let us know if you believe that it's time for a greater transparency and maybe a governing body that kind of helps us, players out there know a little bit more so we can be better for, give us a fairer chance to win. So anyway, again, I would lean Atlanta. I would lean under. I don't love the game. I doubt it'll be in my super contest, but Atlanta might make its way. If you come here, check back on Sunday morning. If we have a chance to do a live show that last minute, I'll let you know what my final pull was on that I pulled the trigger on for the Westgate and the Circa on Saturday night.
All right, there you go. Green Bay, Atlanta, week 2 in the NFL right here at wagerweekly.com.